What?
After everyone acknowledged it.
Ain't no way Bulma is betraying Goku. That is never gonna happen. Not like this.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Today I'm going to make a video that you guys have been asking me for quite some time now, and I really didn't have a way to do it because it's not a fan manga, it's not a fan animation, it's a story somebody created that set off a trend. And of course you guys are seeing it right here. What if Goku is locked in the time chamber for a millennia and betrayed? I think the origins of this actually come from Dragon Ball Kakume, because that's the manga that Goku gets trapped by the angels. But since then, this guy, Daiku Theories, has created a whole bunch of different stories of Goku being trapped, different types of scenarios similar to that, and it's taken off like fire. I mean, this is like the What If channel's bread and butter right here. So because this is a What If video, I couldn't just do like a normal video to it. I felt like I couldn't. So now that I have, you know, the green screen, the camera, and I'm showing my face a little bit more, I feel like I can do a reaction to this video because I've never seen it before, and I'm hoping you guys enjoy this. And if you guys do, hit that like button and I'll do more of these in the future, or I'll continue with this series and see how this ends. Let's go ahead and jump in.
It had been a while since the Great Tournament of Power, which endangered the lives of the universes, where thanks to the almost perfect coordination of Universe 7, they were able to win the Tournament of Power, thus reviving all the universes. Months after that event, the gods would have had a meeting, something that they only did in situations of great importance, and no doubt, after all that had happened, this was definitely it. The 12 gods of destruction had seen that the existence of all the universes fell on a mortal who had too much influence on the decisions of the king of all, Zeno-sama. Besides, he had reminded Zeno-sama about the tournament. Therefore, someone who...
Okay, just on that basis alone, I would lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. He reminded him about the tournament, and I mean, Goku, you guys already know how this went back when watching DBS. Like, this was, in my opinion, one of Goku's follies. And of course, people were trying to be like, oh, you know, he would have ultimately, you know, it would have ultimately been, it had happened or whatever the case. No, they had forgotten about it. It would have happened thousands of years after Goku. It would have been his descendants' problem. So, I mean, I guess it's good that it happened now, but yeah, Goku, I would have locked his ass up just for this. This would have been a crime against humanity or all the sentient life forms that we have in the universe.
Therefore, someone who only made stupid decisions just because he wanted to fight was something that the gods could not continue to allow. Someone like Goku was too much danger for everyone, because at any moment, something like that or worse could happen. Vermouth would tell the others, the Saiyan god Goku, he only wanted the tournament to face...
Did he just call him Vermouth? Hold on.
Worse could happen. Vermouth would tell the others, the Saiyan god...
Now that is a name that I've not heard in quite some time. I believe that was the original names that came out for the Gods of Destruction back right before the Tournament of Power, I believe, when they had that entire... It was like the character sheets with all the other gods, and they were all based on liquor, alcohol of some kind. Vermouth. Wow, I haven't heard that in a minute.
He only wanted the tournament to face very strong beings, but when he saw what he had done, it was too late to repent. He's a danger to everyone. We saw how this mortal is very friendly with Zeno-sama. Anything stupid or not, Zeno-sama will listen to him. Hey, and what do you mean by that, Vermouth? Are you saying we should kill him? That would be too noisy. We can't do that. Immediately, Zeno-sama or Daishinkan would stop feeling Goku's ki, and they would surely come to see what was going on.
No, in the Tournament of Power, right before it started, a God of Destruction sent an assassin to try to kill members of the Universe 7 team. So I don't believe that Zeno would care. I'm not trying to pull it apart. I'm just saying, like, because I'm reacting. This is the first time I'm reacting to this, and I'm reacting to it on the basis of trying to figure out, if I personally believe that these things would actually happen. And at the same time, just like my knowledge, my vast knowledge on Dragon Ball lore for years and years of doing this, yeah, I don't really believe that Zeno would care very much if Goku died. Neither would the Grand Priest. I think that Whis would care the most. Beerus would care the least. And then if Whis brought it up to the Grand Priest would be like, it is just one mortal type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that they would care.
I don't think we should do that. I think something much better. If we lock him up somewhere, a dimension, a place he can never come out of, we could surely do it. Bills, surprised by those words, even though he appreciated Goku, he thought it was right what the other gods told him, because he perfectly understood the danger that Goku meant for all the universes. And that's why he told them. Once they had told me on Earth there was a room of time, as I had understood that place was another dimension, and that there's only one door that serves as a portal to pass from one side to another. Surely we could get him to go train there, and it would be a perfect opportunity to lock him up. It seems easy, but it'll still be complicated. The gods thought it was a brilliant and excellent idea, so everyone accepted this idea and trusted everything to Bills.
You would think that the gods of destruction would have, they would actually have a better method of making sure that criminals would be disintegrated or erased. Just some sort of technique, maybe starts with an H, that would make sure that they go away forever. They cannot be revived. I feel like the gods of destruction should have something like that, something along those lines. It's crazy that they don't, honestly. They should have something like that.
Some time would pass, and Bills would go to visit the Earth, first going to Vegeta, and Some time would pass, and Bills would go to visit the Earth, first going to Vegeta, and he told him that he had to tell him something important. Both go to another place where nobody would hear, because Piccolo was near, and could easily have heard this.
Piccolo
so once they were
snitched.
alone, Bills told him, Vegeta, you must do what I'm going to tell you. You have to understand, Goku is a living danger to all universes, and that's why we have to get rid of him. Wait, Bills, what are you talking about? How the hell do you think you're going to get rid of Kakarot? Don't you appreciate him? Vegeta, this goes beyond sentiment or appreciation. We're talking about the universes. I only ask you to help Goku enter the room of time. We have to lock him inside and destroy the door so that he never comes out again, and we can avoid so many problems in the future. What are you talking about, Bills? I won't do that to Kakarot. Despite all...
Okay, so this whole conversation seems believable. I do believe... Wait, hold on a second.
That to Kakarot? There's so many problems in the future. What are you talking about, Bills? I won't...
He called him Bills. That was Beerus's, not original name, but kind of the name that he sort of got before the actual name came out. I don't remember why we were calling him that. I don't have a problem with the name Bills, to be honest with you. I think Bills sounds pretty cool. Beerus sounds cooler. Bills sounds pretty cool though. But this interaction is believable to me. I do believe that Beerus would, he almost Hakai'd Goku in Dragon Ball Super. So I do believe that he would actually be we need to get him out of here. Something needs to be done about Kakarot. Especially right after the tournament, realizing how strong Kakarot's gotten, how strong Goku has gotten, and needing to basically lock his ass up for, so he won't contact the Grand Priest or Zeno anymore and start any more problems. This makes sense, and the fact that Vegeta's like, what? No, I'm not doing that. No way. That makes sense too.
Do that to Kakarot? Despite all the fights, he's my friend, and I don't have to do it. Damn, Vegeta.
Okay, Vegeta would never say that. Never say that. He would never. That's unbelievable dialogue, in my opinion. He would probably say something more along the lines like, your business with Kakarot is your own. Something like that. Something along those lines, I think. He just wouldn't, get involved, really. I don't think he has any loyalty to Goku like that.
Vegeta, I knew you would say this. That's why you decide. Sacrifice the planet or lock Goku inside. Do you want to die and take your whole family with you? No, Bills, why are you doing this to me? I could not do that to Kakarot.
No, Bills, stop. I don't know why the way he said it was funny.
But I'm obliged to do it. If not, you'll destroy everything. Besides, I think I understand everything, and you are right in what you mentioned about Goku. I'll do my best to lock him in that room. At that moment, Bills would go to his planet, and Vegeta would tell everything to Bulma and everyone else, except Chi-Chi, Gohan, and Goten. None of his friends agreed to lock Goku up, but they finally convinced them. It was either the planet would be destroyed, or Goku had to be locked up. It was clear that the planet was the priority. Plus, they knew that Goku was nothing but trouble.
What?
After everyone acknowledged it,
Ain't no way Bulma is betraying Goku. That is never gonna happen. Not like this. Not when Vegeta's like, hey, you know, we gotta do it because Beerus is gonna destroy the planet. No. Bulma would probably walk right up to Beerus and talk to him. She would snitch. She'd be the first one snitching. That is Goku's lifelong friend. Since before Dragon Ball Z, since the first episode of Dragon Ball, there's absolutely no way that Bulma would betray Goku. Not because of this. If anything, it's more believable that they would tell Goku, so Goku would have maybe some time to get strong enough to defeat Beerus and save the planet and himself, something along those lines. They would actually help him hide Goku for a little bit. It would make sense that Goku would go into Time Chamber at that point and train his ass off to try to get as strong as Beerus, because he's been goofing around this entire time, at least in the sense of not really having a goal to fight anybody or defeat anybody, just trying to get stronger for himself. But he would be so dead set on not dying to Beerus, knowing that Beerus is going to come and kill him or the Earth, that he would train to defeat him. That's kind of how it would go. I don't think anybody besides Vegeta doing it because he feels like he has to save the Earth. I don't think anybody else would jump in and have Vegeta's back on this one. This is a bad call, and I don't think this is believable in the story.
Vegeta would go to Goku and tell him to train in the hyperbolic time chamber. But Goku had already trained a lot and would tell Vegeta he did not feel like going to that place because he already felt comfortable and confident with his power. So Vegeta told him he has not yet managed to control and master the egoistic doctrine. So Goku would tell him that it would not be necessary, but Vegeta reminded him that enemies could appear much stronger than Jiren, and that they haven't seen the strongest and had to be prepared for new threats. After Goku heard those words, he would go with Vegeta to the hyperbolic time chamber, where both would enter to train. The two would be training, thanks to the fact that they had to become much stronger, as Vegeta told Goku, so they would continue for a long time. But as the months passed inside the room, Vegeta would tell Goku that he would go out for a few moments, but then he would return.
Okay. Alright, first of all, Daiku, I love your editing style. The clips that you're using, the animation that you're using, just the voiceover in and of itself is pretty good. It feels like I'm watching an anime kind of, where I'm seeing the story unfold because the clips are so expertly put, the music's good. The production value is really high here, and I appreciate that. The story's really good. And I do think that this is probably the believable thing where Goku, gets tricked into staying in there. So Vegeta goes out because he's got, Vegeta's like, I'll come right back. Don't you worry. Kakarot, have I ever not been trustworthy?
Goku would say that he would wait until he returned to continue training. But this was nothing more than a lie from Vegeta to finally leave Goku alone in the room. So he would leave the place, and at the moment of leaving, he would destroy the entrance of the Room of Time with a blast of energy, making the small point that interconnected them disappear. Which would make Goku get locked inside the room. Goku would not notice this, as he was far away from the entrance practicing one of his techniques.
He wouldn't have noticed.
But he saw that for some reason, Vegeta was taking longer than he should. Goku would understand that something was not right, but he left it like that, until much more time passed and Vegeta still did not return, thus piquing Goku's curiosity. So he went to the entrance of the room to go out and look for Vegeta, but at that moment, he realized that something was very wrong. Realizing that the door was completely destroyed, and that made it impossible to leave the place. Goku at no time would the thought cross his mind that it was Vegeta, but nevertheless believed that it was himself that did it, by some oversight while he was practicing.
That makes sense.
But after much thought, he realized he had not done it at any time, because he would have realized. So he had no choice but to believe that this was an act of Vegeta. While outside the room, Vegeta said, "It cost me to do it, but I was finally able to lock him up. I hope he doesn't hate me for doing this to him." You did very well, Vegeta.
What?
You were able to save this planet, and that's the most important thing.
What?
On the other...
And no, I can't take seriously the Bulma part. The Bulma bits where she's just like evil Bulma from Dragon Ball GT, like fuck you, Goku. I can't take that. I can't take that honestly. Like that doesn't make sense to me, and it just makes this kind of goofy. Yeah, I don't think that Goku would think. I think that it is believable that Goku would be like, oh, maybe I did it, maybe I destroyed it, maybe I did it by accident. I think he would think that way longer than coming to the conclusion that Vegeta had trapped him in there. I think that if he didn't think that, he would be thinking the second thing is that something horrible happened on the other side of the there's some sort of attack. There's an evil villain. Something happened on the other side, and he needs to get back because his friends are in danger. That's kind of what I feel he would be at. But yeah, this part, man, that part killed me. It's like, yes, Vegeta, you did a great job. And Vegeta and Bulma are like so close to Chi-Chi, it's insane. Like that's such a slap in the face from these characters to a beloved friend. It almost makes them irredeemable and very, very unlikable in my opinion.
On the other hand, in the room, Goku was still confused and thought to himself, Vegeta, why would you do that to me? Why lock me in this damn place? So you just told me all this to lock me up? I swear I will get revenge. And Goku got angry because he didn't understand the reason. Why did you do this to me, Vegeta? Why did you do it? I don't understand. No, wait. I don't think Vegeta did it by himself. He'd have no reason to do it. A lot of people don't seem to like him, but knowing Vegeta, they had to have blackmailed him with something. I don't know, but they'll all pay for this if I ever get out of this damn place. What reason did they have to do this to me? I've given everything for them. I've sacrificed myself many times to save them. I have always fought to save them. It's not fair. I gave them everything and they stabbed me in the back. They had no right to betray me this way. When I get out of this place, they'll wish they had never locked me up.
What song is that's playing in the back? I remember that from the Tournament of Power. I just don't remember what the name of the song is called. I love it. This whole opening, this is the second video, by the way. I decided to do in this video the first 2 videos of his series. Just that way I can get a little bit more of the context of the story in just one shot. But this beginning part where he's reflective, bravo. Great. This is great. This is exciting. This is just, I felt bad for Goku. It does everything it's supposed to do. It does everything it needs to do. I love it. I love it. This is great, guys.
After this, months would pass in which Goku was just beginning to master the Ultra Instinct. By this time, the food supplies were starting to run low, and there was only enough left for 2 days. Goku knew he would have to leave or he would die. I have to do it. I will increase all my power to get out of this place. I think with all the power I have, it'll be enough to open other portals. That said, Goku would increase his power.
I was wondering where he was going to get to this part, because in Dragon Ball Z, and this is the issue, and I'm hoping that they're explaining it here. He's explaining this here with all these stories and the Goku trapped in a time chamber type of stuff, is that he in Dragon Ball Z, you guys remember, Boo was able to scream his way out of there. And then so was Gotenks. They are nowhere even close to the power level that Goku is right now. So Goku, theoretically, could scream his way out of there and jump through the portal back onto Kami's Lookout. So how is he going to explain this? I'm excited for this part, actually.
Starting with the classic Saiyan, until reaching the blue phase, and finally making his technique more powerful. So he would do the maximum Kaioken as far as he could, making the whole place tremble. The whole place seemed to crack, but this was nothing more than an illusion. The place was intact, and not even the slightest hint of a portal was formed. Goku was surprised and frustrated, and thought, How is it possible that nothing happened? With all the power I used, it was much more than I thought I needed to get out of this place. But why, even using all my power, is nothing happening? I don't understand. A long time ago, Majin Buu did the same thing and was able to get out of this damn place. And that power he had is much lower than the one I have now. It's impossible that nothing happened. Wait, now I remember. He told me he improved the Room of Time, but I didn't think it was this much better. Even using divine power, I'm not able to make a scratch on this room. Damn, Goku said to himself, extremely frustrated. Meanwhile, outside the hyperbolic time chamber...
Did Dende improve the time, the Room of Spirit and Time? I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't remember what happened to it. I remember Vegeta blowing it up, but maybe Dende recreated it and made it stronger. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys remember that, because I don't remember that.
They've started looking for Goku, as Goku didn't appear in a long time, which was too weird for her. Gohan and Goten tried to search for his ki, but it was impossible. This made them believe that Goku had died, since they couldn't feel his ki as always. But suddenly, Kaio-sama would contact Gohan, and he would tell him that Goku had been locked inside the hyperbolic time chamber, and that it was impossible for him to get out of that place, since he had already tried in every way. Gohan was speechless, and asked Kaio-sama,
I could see that. I could see Kaio-sama or King Kai. I could see him being the one to tell Gohan what the hell's going on. He's watching everything that's happening. He knows what Beerus did. He knows what Vegeta and Bulma have done. So he would be able to tell Gohan. Honestly, if Goku's family finds out that Bulma's family did this, there's going to be a huge rift in that family, and it'll never heal because you trapped your best friend, and which is Bulma's best friend, and the father of, because Chi-Chi and Bulma are also really good friends, best friends really. You trapped my husband into the time chamber on purpose to kill him, essentially. Because, yeah, the time would go so fast in there, he would start aging rapidly, and if the longer they take, the more he's gonna age. It's crazy, actually, to even think about it. It's kind of fucked up, actually.
Please tell me. Kaio-sama refused to provide this information to Gohan.
Yeah, he's not going to tell him.
Harm those involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus,
he's not going to tell him.
Beerus might find out about what Kaio-sama did and retaliate against him.
Oh, yeah.
Gohan, the only thing I can tell you is that you have to do something so that your father can survive in that place for as long as necessary. I trust you will find a solution, but don't let your father die in that place. I'll save him. Thanks for the heads up, Kaio-sama. I owe you one. After the conversation was over, Gohan told Chi-Chi and Goten everything. Goten reminded his brother Gohan about the Dragon Balls, so that he could use them to wish for his father to live forever. That's what we'll do, Goten. I was planning to do that too.
Smart, smart. If he lives forever inside the time chamber, he won't be able to die from either lack of food, because remember, the time chamber is stocked only with the food that Popo brings in there, and at the same time, the time dilation won't have any effect on him whatsoever. It's a smart plan. I would expect this plan from Gohan, not from Goten, but Goten pretty smart here.
Go in search of the Dragon Balls, but they would realize that Bulma had already collected them again, so they asked Bulma if she could please lend them the Dragon Balls to ask for a wish. Gohan didn't know that Bulma was involved in all of this. Bulma refused to lend them, but Bulma got distracted and Goten took them from her. They went to another place to summon Shenlong with the balls. They summoned the dragon and it appeared, asking, "Tell me what your wish is." Gohan came up with a better idea and asked Shenlong to make Goku appear in that place. But Shenlong would tell him that it was impossible because he was out of his limits, since he was basically in another dimension. So, Gohan opted for the second option, and he would tell him to make Goku immortal. The dragon fulfilled his wish, and Goku got immortality. At that moment, Goku felt a strange sensation through his body. By that time,
I would say that Shenron would be able to wish Goku out of there before. But seeing us out in this story, this time chamber is so strong that even the key from anybody that's like God of Destruction or Super Saiyan God level and above still doesn't affect it. Yeah, it makes sense that Shenron wouldn't be able to do anything.
Goku had already passed a few days without eating, and it was affecting him a lot. But suddenly, those problems disappeared. because he started to feel as if he didn't need any of that. Goku did not understand what had happened to him, but it's obvious he would later realize it. 2 years would pass, in which Goku still felt nothing, and he understood that, somehow, they made him become immortal. 10 years passed, and Goku mastered and even perfected the Ultra Instinct. Outside the room, only 10 days would have passed. Vegeta said to himself, Kakarot must be dead by now. In that place, a decade must have already passed.
Damn, he was even thinking about it. He's thinking about how long it takes Goku to die in there. In a decade, really? Like Goku, what? He's in his 40s, 50s, so he would be 60. He wouldn't necessarily be dead after a decade. I don't think he would be dead, especially with the Saiyan genes. There's no way.
Inside the room, time would continue to pass as it had always used to be, and so 100 years would pass, in which Goku had already reached a new transformation.
100 years? So 10 years is 10 days. 100 years, 100 days. He's been 100 days in there, which means like a few months already in there.
Power that surpassed even the gods. Likewise, the power was enough to fight against an angel.
I love this version right here. This is one of my favorite versions, because I love Super Saiyan 3. It's one of my favorite transformations. The fact that Super and Z and all that really haven't given us anything like with Super Saiyan 3 aesthetic, besides maybe Ultra Ego kind of having the same brow. I love Super Saiyan 3. I would love to see something like this. Like this Goku. Like this Goku right here. Yeah, I would give so much money, whatever money I could, to make this happen in official canon, to make Goku get into a transformation where Super Saiyan 3 is the same Super Saiyan 3 style, but with like a different transformation, like elevated power. Because I think that was one of the best looking transformations that they ever made for any of the Saiyans, in my opinion. Honestly, it could even rival Super Saiyan 4.
Even the gods. Likewise, the power was enough to fight against an angel. At that moment, Goku's ambition and resentment was already so great that he could have used all his power to leave the Room of Time, but he chose not to, because he wanted even more power. By this time, Goku's way of thinking was already totally different, as he would have become a more serious and calculating person. Something in Goku was different. The naive Goku of before had disappeared. Now, not even Beerus himself will be able to cope with my power. Neither could Whis, and soon, I'll be more powerful than even Dai Shenkan, and I'll be the strongest being in the multiverse.
I love this part of the story where Goku is like giving zero fucks. He is 100% serious. This is definitely like the Super Saiyan 3 version of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. We're not looking at DBS Goku no more. This is not happy-go-lucky, laughing around, joking everywhere. No, this is the straight-to-business Z Goku. And I can't wait to see the next part. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this story. And if this video does well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the next part. Take it easy, guys.
Subscribe for more content.